There is no road to my off-grid cabin. It is surrounded by a thick forest with steep hills. To get there, you must travel through an entanglement of deadfall and thick brush. There is no one around for miles, and there is no power. My only source of heat is a homemade wood stove. That wood stove is the heart of my cabin. Without it, I wouldn't last long on those bitter cold days. Winter in Alberta is typically brutal and relentless. Heavy snowfall and temperatures sometimes dipping to minus 50 Celsius. To fuel my wood stove, I need an enormous amount of firewood. Besides melting snow for water, collecting firewood takes up most of my time at the cabin and is my #1 job. There are plenty of suitable wind-fallen trees around, but it takes a lot of work to turn it into usable firewood. The fallen trees must be delimbed, then bucked up into lengths determined by the size of my wood stove. This is exhausting and time-consuming work. The wood is then loaded onto my sled and secured well. Getting the sled back to the cabin is difficult with deep snow and a maze of fallen trees to navigate around. Often the sled will snag countless times or tip over on the journey. Once back at the cabin, the wood is unloaded, then split and stacked. Sometimes the wood is stored to be split another time. It's a never-ending job that is both exhausting and rewarding. I can only imagine the number of cords that have been cut and burned, keeping me warm in that tiny cabin deep in the big woods.